and I'm going to do Alt F11 to go back to my code. I'm sitting right at the end of this statement. I'm going to press left arrow a couple times, and I'm going to add to this SQL statement. I can add the word in at the end, so I've got customer space in, and then a space, and I could specify a value here for the database, but I'm going to put in 2 single quotes to make that blank, because I'm going to need to put in multiple things. Not only do I need to tell SQL that we're working with an access database, but I also need the database location and name, and I also need the password. So those 3 pieces of information I can provide by putting them into square brackets. So the first thing I'm going to specify is MS space access. That tells the record source that we're going to be getting our records from an MS Access, Microsoft Access database. And now I'll put in the command database equals, and then I'm going to go back to my Explorer window back here. Here's where my customers is. I'm going to right click on that and go to properties, because that's going to show me where the database is, and I'm just going to copy this location here. So I just went to the right edge, got my I-beam cursor on my mouse, and then I clicked and held and dragged across. I'll do a Control-C to copy that. Then I'll click cancel. I'll click back here in my VBA window, and I've put my cursor just to the right of the equal sign. I'll do a Control-V to paste that. Then I'll complete the line with a /customers.accdb, because remember, that's the name. This customers back here is an accdb database. The third and final thing I'll put in the brackets here is the password. So I'm separating the 3 things with another semicolon, and I'll put in PWD, which is the code for password, and then remember pass, P-A-S-S, is the password that I used. Then I'll close my square brackets, and let me move to the right a little bit. So I've closed my square brackets. Then I need the last semicolon to end the entire SQL line, and my quote right on the end. You want to make sure also there's never any spaces after this last semicolon. Now I'll press the down arrow. If you have an error, it'll give you an error right there. Just make sure that you've typed it in exactly as I have, and then click save. Then I can do an Alt F11 to go back to the form and view the form, and you'll see now we've got the little delay there because it's going out, in my case, over the network. If you're just doing this on your local computer, you might not have a delay. Now, what we can do that's very interesting is now I can actually go to the customer table that I imported, and I can hit delete. So I've deleted the table. Doesn't bother the form at all because it's not looking at the table. So